Greetings, family. Peace and love to you and yours. This is Guru, and thanks for visiting my channel. Well, every day we wake up, we're faced with some type of new nigger rule, is what I'll call that. But also, we're faced with more discrimination, more racism, more exclusion. We see this across America. And with that said, I hate to even go over stories like this because they're just, it's just too many of them, and they're really becoming numbing. But nonetheless, I'm going to report on this one. This is where a white student says that niggers should be hung from trees after NFL protests. So this story is about a white student who is dissatisfied with how black people are protesting within the NFL. Very, very interesting. So let's just go over this for a minute. A white student in Texas told a black girl at his school that they would be a better place if niggers were hung from trees, and the school is under fire for refusing to suspend the boy. The student, who attends the Woodlands High School in the Woodlands, about 30 miles north of Houston, hurled the noxious racial epithet on Snapchat after his classmate posted support on social media for NFL players who kneeled during the national anthem. The post goes, quote, you liberals dumb as hell, the boy said, reported the Houston Chronicle, which published screenshots of the conversation. Not as dumb as you, racist, the girl responded. I don't know how the fuck racism was brought into this. I'm standing up for my country, the boy said, using a popular abbreviation for a curse word. Y'all always gotta be starting shit, unquote. He continued, quote, we should have hung all you niggers while we had the chance, and trust me, it would make the world better, unquote. The girl's family told reporters that they met with the principal last month shortly after seeing the messages and thought something would be done about the threat. But weeks later, the teen is still attending the school and hasn't faced any severe disciplinary actions, the family said. The principal said the boys' classes were changed and the girl was offered counseling, but added that the parents' only resort was to pull the victim from the school, the girl's mother, Latoya King, said. Quote, that's what really left us infuriated, was the response, said King. It's unclear why there hasn't been greater disciplinary action, given the school said it, quote, does not tolerate this type of behavior, according to a statement given to KHOU. The girl's parents aren't satisfied. This was a serious threat, the girl's father, R.J. King, told the Houston Chronicle, and so we thought we were going to get a serious response. Well, just to side note here, we're dealing with white supremacists. They don't have common sense. They don't have a conscience. They don't know right from wrong. Well, at least they portray like they don't. That is, until karma hits them square in the face. But I digress. The girl's parents and civil rights advocates vow to hold demonstrations or sue the district if the student who sent the message isn't taken out of the school. Schools have expelled students for racist remarks or postings on social media in the past, but many times the actions have led to lawsuits. In May, a lawsuit was filed against a California school after 4 students were suspended for posting and liking photos on social media that included images of nooses around the necks of black students. The students alleged that the school violated their free speech rights. Last year, a lawsuit was filed in the Chicago area after 2 girls were expelled after being accused of posting racist messages in a group chat. So that's the extent of this article, but we need to cover a few of these issues here. It's funny how the schools say that they have a zero tolerance policy for racism or racists, but yet they don't do anything about this particular student. I've read some of the comments, And some of the comments, and one in particular, was trying to throw back that, well, black people, they say a whole lot of infuriating things on Twitter. Yeah, that's on Twitter of people who are not going to those schools. If you can back that statement up with people who are going to your school, that's different. But just to talk in general about what people say on Twitter, that's BS. This particular white student says niggers. He used the N-word. That's racist. Not only that, but it takes a nigger to know one. So I would have asked the student, the white student, if he was a nigger too. That's all. Or I would use my new term, nigger cracker, because that's what I call racist trolls online. I call them nigger crackers, and they can't stand it. They hate the word nigger crackers. But you see, racism needs to be met with likeness so you can see how it feels, what it feels like, what it sounds like, what it looks like. Sometimes people learn their lessons that way. And I've learned that while dealing with people on social media, especially on virtual reality, where I play certain games, where I interact with people from around the world, these races online, they have nothing coming when it comes to me, because I call them what they are, nigger crackers, and they can't stand it. Now I know me saying this and you hearing this on this video, it might sound very vulgar, but racism is vulgar to black people, period. White supremacy is vulgar and vicious to black people, period. So you shouldn't be so concerned, should you? Especially if all lives matter. So with that said, I'm going to end this video off here. Well, no, I'm going to cover something else that was said. The student, he alleged that the school violated his free speech rights. You do have free speech rights, but you just can't be racist and put that on others in a public setting. That's all. And that's what you did. And that's why you should be expelled from school. You're in school carrying this out while other students are trying to learn. You should be expelled. And this school, the Woodlands High School, you should be fully ashamed of yourself for allowing your students to get away with racism. It just goes to show that it comes from the top down. I'm out. Black Lives Matter.